Oops. Hey now, everybody. Welcome to
You
TFT.
seem to have moved out of the picture. How'd you manage that?
I stayed where I'm at. Did the camera not be set right?
Well, a day without Banshee. Oh, wait.
Half of me. Nice, Mr. O.
You should get up here when I'm doing the camera rather than at the last minute.
Should I adjust it?
No, I'll have to adjust it. Hi, Jackie.
Hey, everybody. Sunny is here in between us, sort of.
That's who we blame. It was Sunny's fault.
Can you get around me?
No, I don't have to.
Oh, you don't have to. He can reach.
The long reach of the Oberon.
Wow, it almost took down our bookshelves in the process. That's a little better. Even though I'm a little short, that's okay. It's okay. You only see a part of me here, but that's all right.
It's the best part of you.
And Sunny is down here, but you might not be able to see that. He's down
Cleverly
below me.
disguised as nothing. All right, everybody. Happy hour is
Happy
here.
hour is on. Let's get rolling with the Good Tarot by
Mr.
Colette.
O has coffee, even though he's not supposed to. Oh, wow.
All right, by Colette Baron Reed. The Good Tarot, of course.
And
And the camera's not working again. I guess Mercury retrograde's getting in its...
no, here's the explanation. It's because I set these things up in advance and sometimes they just need to be refreshed.
At any rate, Mercury retrograde's getting its last hurrah on us.
Try it again.
There.
See.
The Good Tarot. Okay.
I'm trying to be happy, but I have to deal with certain things.
Ooh. And I have to deal with certain people.
Pissers. Hi, Sunny.
Yeah, if that camera was a little lower, maybe people could have seen your tail. But hey, it's okay. It's all you get today. Is just knowing Sunny is with us. It's funny because as soon as he said we're getting started, here we go, and he sets the intro to come on, Sunny walks in. It's like he knows. Hi, Fiber. Hey,
Come
Carl.
on, Carl. Hey.
Just finished live chat on Facebook. Are we bickering already? Yes, we are, Fiber. You haven't missed out. We just started.
There's plenty more, though. Oh, no.
Now what did you do?
Everything?
Broke the camera?
No.
Okay. Angel Rivera. Hi, Angel. You're just in time for some bickering, too.
Oh.
All right. We're just having some technical malfunctions. I'm not a bickerer. I'm a
That
singer.
picture's really crooked.
Man. God.
If I didn't have to maneuver around.
I asked you before if I was in your way.
Happy hour is canceled because of unhappiness.
He's going to take down these bookshelves and God will do some of my work for me. I did say we have to eliminate some books, so that'll make it easy. All right.
Oh, is Danny asking me to sing? You may not want to do that.
Ah, it is not unhappy, especially if bickering makes somebody happy.
I could tickle her. That she's very responsive to tickling.
Hey. Jeez, oh, Pete's.
Pete had nothing to do with it. Oh, we'll take that one here.
Good, yeah, you pulled one out.
Oh, thank you, Danny. That's sweet.
Seven of Earth. It's the Seven of Pentacles.
I'll be the roundabout. The words will make you out and out.
Seven of Earth is about opening to a new strategy, being at a crossroads, a decision to be made. As I reflect on my progress to date and see where I stand, I contemplate whether I want to continue singing the same song or change my tune. How about changing your tune, Mr. O?
What is the card?
It's the Seven of Earth. It
Ah,
said I contemplate whether I want to continue singing the same old song or changing my tune. I'm always free to go back to and reimagine what I might co create. If what I manifested does not serve me as I thought it might, I don't have to be afraid to admit that it no longer is for me. Whatever I choose to do, I am not afraid to start over, for I feel assured that Spirit will always support my highest good and support bad singing from Mr. O.
thank you.
Well, Seven of Earth is very clearly a time to strategize or look at your strategy and see what's working, what isn't. Maybe do a little tweaking if necessary. It's not a time necessarily to do, but to kind of think things through.
Right, there is a sense of thinking about where you are going or what you have done and what that means in terms of where you're going. So I kind of like this card. I think it's more about a sense of preparation in a way of sort of feeling like you are moving into something else, but you need to take stock of everything that has already occurred.
Well, the happy vibes with this card is just take a pause. Take a pause. Realize that sometimes, doing nothing is the best strategy until you figure out what your best move should be. So there is happiness here because and maybe it's hard for some of us, I know, speaking as an Aries, to be patient, but patience pays off sometimes. Patience pays off in big ways. I have found that out over the many years of being push, push, push. All right.
Alrighty.
That's what I have for the collective. Good luck with that.
And I will start our first one. And I believe that's Jackie.
I
Yes.
believe you are right. I didn't post the list yet, but it's coming now. I don't see anybody else that came in after Angel.
Fiber.
Fiber
Oh
came
wait, Fiber
before.
came before.
Yeah,
Whoops, sorry.
relax. I'm getting it out there. And there we are. Okay.
Hope your live chat went well, Fiber and Carl. You did that. You did
I did do that. Want me to do it again and harder?
that. Harder, Daddy, harder.
Oh,
Oh,
that
happy
was
hour.
bad. Bad form even for happy hour.
All
What do you
right.
got? Well, of course, this guy shows up.
Jackie, you have the King of Pentacles.
This guy shows up a lot.
He does.
Yeah.
The King of Pentacles says today is a good day to invest in yourself in terms of how you want to manage, allocate things, distribute things. It's also maybe a good time to sort of feel like, feel that wealth around you, feel the joy of possessions, feel the joy of accomplishment. There's something very earthy about the Pentacles, obviously, the earth element. And so this is a time to settle into your sense of your own mastery, of what you have control or dominion over.
Well, what's gonna make you happy this week, Jackie, is just tending to down to earth practical matters and knowing, that everything is under control. It's like sometimes this card speaks of, it's a king. It speaks of bigger things. It speaks of mastery. So, I mean, master your world this week. Make sure everything in your mundane world is under control. Your material affairs, your finances. Hey, get those bills out early. Whatever it is that can just set your mind at ease so you can be as laid back as this guy sitting in his library here. Read a book. Then you'll have time to read a book and relax and do other things. So get a jump start this week on, some of the things that you have to tend to, and you'll feel so much better. You'll be able to breeze through your week feeling really good about things.
So you sort of anticipated this card, is what it sounds like.
Ah,
Very nice.
nice. Good for you, Jackie. Good luck with that. All right, we are on Buddy. Hi, Buddy.
Hi, Buddy Blue. You're welcome, Jackie.
Oops. There we go. Yep, you're very welcome. And as a happy reminder, Mercury's going direct on August 11th, this week.
That's Tuesday or Monday. That's Monday. Wow, can't wait.
Yes.
Uh, no, Buddy Blue was second. You're actually third, Lena. And
I don't have you on the list.
right, but you are third. You're
Oh,
not second. We are on Buddy Blue. Buddy Blue entered the chat room before you. We see it here in our
Mr. O sees it. I'm sorry I missed
yeah,
you,
we're sorry we
Lena.
missed you. We'll get you in there.
I got you in there now. Sorry about that, Lena. Thanks for letting me know I
Yes,
missed
thank
you.
you.
There we go.
And for those who may be looking for actual questions, our live show tomorrow, 2 to 4, is where we will do that. We're also here Thursday, 7 to 9 p.m. for live questions. So if you're looking for that, don't forget to come back for it.
All right.
No, we're not. No, you're fine, Lena. We appreciate you reminding us. We make mistakes too.
Well,
Buddy
Buddy
Blue.
Blue, look at that. You've got the High Priestess.
Ah, yes, the lady with eyes open and closed at the same time.
The lady who never sleeps. No. I mean, no, that's not true. But the High Priestess is really good energy this week for you. Um, I think here that this is a week where your intuition, you're going to be really in touch with your inner wisdom. Your gut is going to be able to guide you through any kind of issues that you face. Trust what your gut has to tell you. Don't be afraid to trust yourself and your own knowledge to ferret out information you need or to figure out if somebody's really being upfront with you or not. This is a real positive card for shedding light on things, but that light comes from, your inner wisdom, your inner knowledge.
And don't be surprised, Buddy Blue, if it all seems rather subtle. That's the idea of maybe having that dual sense of consciousness, eyes open, eyes closed, is that things may be subtly perceived. And so maybe you will want to follow up on any particular thoughts that sort of ping there and just keep there. It's very likely that your subconscious, your unconscious wants you to be aware of things and will find ways to show you that. So pay attention to the symbols, you see, the bird that flies by that you just seem to notice for some reason, or a butterfly, whatever it is.
Right, you might see signs out there. You might have dreams. It's funny, I had a dream last night. I remembered it when I woke up, but I didn't write it down, of course. I've been kind of bad with that. And I totally forgot it already. I totally
That's because
forgot it
you
already.
were paying too much attention to me moaning in my sleep. You said I
No, you
was,
were out of the room when I woke up,
oh,
though, and
okay.
remembered the dream, but now I've forgotten it. I've totally
Yes, she
forgotten
caught
it.
me on my, once or twice a year moaning in my sleep.
This is how I feel this I just got to throw this out there before I finish with Buddy. This is how I feel kind of the veil shifting for me because it's always around this time of year. Usually it's a little later in August, but it's around this time of year that I start dreaming more. I don't know what it is, but from now fall equinox and a little bit past fall equinox, I start dreaming more.
We're also really close to that day in August that is one of the ancient Roman or Greek feast days of Hecate.
Oh
And
yeah.
Hecate does
That's
appear
right.
to people in their dreams on occasion, or so I believe.
So the one thing I just wanted to add here, buddy, is that, this is also saying that, your wisdom is coming from within, but it's going to help you see between the surface of things. So in other words, if you feel you're not getting the whole story from someone, you're going to be able to read between those lines. So you're going to be able to see something that maybe isn't that apparent to other people. So use it
Nice.
wisely. Good
Very
luck with
nice.
that. All right.
All right,
We're
so
on
we are
Lena
on Lena
now.
now. Hey,
And
Lena.
Lena, you put all caps in and I still missed you. I don't know how I did that. I'm sorry. It's just very fast here when I was
Oops.
doing the list. All right. Okay, let's see what we've got for Lena. Ah,
Well, it was worth waiting for, Lena. You have the sun.
nice. Nice. This should be a happy week for you. This should be some joy and happiness this week. Whether you get good news that makes you personally happy, something good happening for you, or if somebody around you has good news to share, it's going to lighten up your world. And I think here too that if you're hoping for if you've been working on something, the good news is that it will be successful. If you're trying right now to get a new job, a raise in pay, whatever the case may be, there's successful outcomes indicated to this card. So whatever you're working on this week should be successful for you. Definitely a happy card.
Well,
My
it's like the
goodness.
sun literally explodes into your life, not bringing, bad things, explosive materials, but
No.
bringing light, inspiration, illumination. Hi there,
Hi,
Sonali.
Sonali. We're only
Into
doing
your
a
life.
single card message today, Sonali, but we're happy to include you.
And so that illumination maybe opens up your perspective to things you've been thinking about, whether it's knowledge you have been trying to understand. Maybe now is the time where certain understanding will come into focus for you.
Read Lena's. That's it. That's it then. Your
Oh,
family
that's
visiting.
that's really
You're
nice.
going to have a wonderful visit, I think. And a lot of joy, a lot of happiness, maybe a lot of reminiscing that makes you happy, memories.
I'm so happy for you, Lena. That's
Yeah.
that's really wonderful. I think there's no more to say really that the sun
Oh,
can be about relationships and specifically it can also be about children. And
that's
even an
true.
adult child can be really important to us. Of course, it's your child.
Right.
So we hope you have a great time getting in touch and renewing with your son.
Yeah. Good. Enjoy. Enjoy. Good luck with that. Nice. You threw that, right? Yes, you
I
did.
think I did.
I think you did too.
So it's Angela.
So Angela's up. Hi, Angela.
Hi, Angela.
See what
Many
we have.
blessings to you indeed, Lena. That's so wonderful. I'm very happy for you. The Beatles are an earworm. Here comes the sun. Ah.
Here comes the
No, I
sun.
was thinking of the.
Da, 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 da. I like that one.
I
Here
know, but who
comes
asked
the
you?
sun.
You
It's
you
all
just
right.
interrupted my song.
Do, 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 do. Well, too bad. Too bad.
I'll get you for that.
Uh-oh. Now see what you did?
Ha ha.
Now I gotta spin the Five of Pentacles.
Spin it,
Well,
Angela. It's her fault.
personally, I think, Angela, what this is saying, at happy hour is that the light is finally turned on here. The light is finally turned on. You can lift your head up and you can realize now that, realize and be grateful for the things you have available to you in your life right now. Now, that door can be opened easily enough. You do have the key. You just have to pick yourself up and open that door, and a lot of good things await you. And one of the ways to do that is to show gratitude for what you have in life. Not compare yourself to others, not compare yourself to, oh boy, I wish I could be them. Look at all the things they have. You don't know the problems that other people may be going through. We're all human. We all suffer some of the same maladies. If cancer strikes somebody who's got $1 million, hey, they have to deal with it like the rest of us. And yeah, maybe they can get some great treatments and stuff, but depending on the cancer, you're not gonna get the happy results. And so I just say here, be grateful for what you have in life, and it will inspire that door to open for you. When we operate from a lack mentality, we invite more of the same. So consider the bounty you have in your life right now and watch it expand. Watch it expand.
Did you save some for me?
No.
Figures. So, Angela, to me, when I look at that card, I get the feeling like you have maybe been in a period where you weren't really connecting with what you need to connect with, whether it was people or situations or anything else. Something seemed to keep you out of that picture. And you may have been trying really hard because maybe there is a sense really that you needed to have this connection or you needed to find something that welcomed you. But now this card is here, and this sort of indicates you've turned that corner. You have moved into an area where access to the people, situations, the conversations, the situations going on that you want to be involved with, they may now be able to happen. Or if nothing else, you'll be able to perceive how you can make those happen more for yourself, how you can find yourself moving into the winner's circle or the light or whatever metaphor works for you. Good luck.
And as a reminder, as we read for happy hour here, and we read the cards always upright, but the whole idea, when people read a card just one way, they realize and they incorporate both, what the reversal would be and the upright would be. And so Mr. O is absolutely right here. This could be a week of recovery for you from if you've been sick, or you've been feeling under the weather, or if you're just tired and burnt out, or if you're really having some financial difficulties. Recovery may be on the way for you. You can now look for help and support to be there for you. So, good luck with that.
All right.
Hi, Namira. We'll get you on the list.
Hi, Namira. Oh, that's so sweet. We hope our granddaughter visits us soon.
Wow, everybody's getting family visits. That's nice.
Well, we know where she lives and we see her enough, actually. She's
All
very
right,
busy.
that's
She's a
what we
college
had for
student.
you, Angela. Good luck with that.
Hi, Zach.
Oh, hi,
Yes,
Zach.
you may be on the list.
You're on the list, but this is only the single card positive message
Right, it's our
today.
happy hour.
We
So one
don't
card
answer
message.
questions today. That's only on Sunday and Thursday shows. Okay.
Excuse me.
All right. So Danny is up. Hi, Danny.
That's my deal, right?
Yep.
Alrighty. Thank you for being grateful, and we are grateful for your presence here.
And we've got the list updated. All right.
Thank you, Namira. Appreciate that. Yeah, our granddaughter will be 20 next year, February, and
They don't live that far away. We could visit them anytime,
and
really.
is in entering this fall her second year of college. So we're very
Yeah.
proud of her. She is wonderful. Thank you, Cherry. All right, Danny DeLions. Well, Lena
Nice.
has the sun, you get the moon, fine person.
Yeah, now all we need is a star in happy hour, and we got it all covered.
So the moon says that maybe there's a mystery in your life. There are things that you need to immerse yourself in deeply, just like the person in the figure is sort of falling into their subconscious, unconscious. You may need to have this alone, quiet, focused time to to look at, how you're dealing with certain mysteries in your life, or how you're dealing with certain emotional tides. There may be situations going on that kind of could use you being more introspective, or at the very least opening you up to maybe intuitive psychic impressions that maybe would be helpful for you too at this time.
Yeah, well, Danny, if there's a mystery to solve this week, if there's a problem that needs to be resolved, if there is any situation that comes up that is very uncertain for you, the answer, you're not going to find it out there, okay? You're going to find it within. You're going to have to find it beneath the layers. You're going to have to look below the surface. It's rather similar to the high priestess in a way, but it does talk about this idea of there's something you really need to tend to look more deeply at. And that's exactly what's going on here. She's diving deep. Well, actually, she's just willingly falling deep. So don't be afraid to connect with, and I'm sure you're not, don't be afraid to connect with, your inner wisdom, and trust that it can guide you through any uncertain moments you may encounter in the week ahead.
There's also a sense too that one way or the other emotions are heightened, and that could be within yourself, but it could also be how you interface with other people. So you want to be aware of that, maybe just not necessarily letting anybody get your goat, emotionally speaking, trying to egg you on in certain ways. Remain peaceful attitude, try to promote peace or calmness with others too, because maybe they need it too.
That's what we have for you.
So good
Good luck
luck.
with that. All right. And Libra is up.
And we're on Libra then.
Well,
Hey, Libra. Still thinking about the job?
ah,
I get that.
I get that too. I don't know. I've always had the moon, the mystery of the moon has always intrigued me. And I don't know, maybe it's because I've dealt with a lot of uncertainty in my life since childhood, really. So
You're welcome.
I'm kind of familiar with the energy of the moon and how to kind of deal with it. Um, but I get you. I would rather be in the sunshine any day. Well, Libra. Wow, we've just got Major Arcana Palooza lately. It's the Hierophant. This is an interesting one as far as maybe jobs go and stuff. But the Hierophant just says this is going to be a very orderly week for you. Everything just seems to be, like if you've got a list of things to do, just check them off one by one, go through that list one at a time and rattle them off. This is like a week where the familiar, what you're used to doing, will come in handy for you in some way. Everything will feel good because you know how to approach it already. You know that what you've done in the past will work for you now, and so there's no need to make a change at this time.
I love this card. I love this version of this card a lot. It reminds me of a few things. It reminds me of the kind of people who are not in a hurry to achieve their own salvation, their own enlightenment. They're also here to maybe help others along or to be supportive. You know, you don't have to directly help people to be supportive. Sometimes it's just your presence, your smile, your way of saying, hey, I'm here for you, pat them on the back, that kind of thing. So I think the Hierophant says you may be headed for an epiphany, but it's not necessarily one you will partake of alone, that maybe there are others who will be with you. And to some degree, this is really all about maybe kind of arriving together, kind of creating that region of cooperation. You know, there's always those kind of like aspects about the Hierophant that talk about conventional things, traditional things. This could be saying that this is something that happens with you and your crowd, your tribe, too, that, you know, this, the sense of moving towards an enlightenment or towards an understanding of any sort is something that can be shared with your people.
Thank you, Namira. I don't know that the cat showed
Oh,
up,
thank you.
but thank you.
I'm going to check for that and let you know that we received it.
Appreciate that.
And I think it's time for us to close the list too, by the way.
Uh, well, we're at 14, so
There's 9 left.
okay, well, don't worry about it.
Thank you, Namira. We got your donation. We really appreciate that. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right, Cherry Blossom is up. I would just add one thing though, quickly for Libra, is that you notice here, the staircase, all that light. You're going to feel elevated. You're going to feel a lift this week, I feel, because everything is just going to be flowing so smoothly for you. And so I think that's another positive here is you just have this sense of feeling elevated. Good luck with that. All
Thank
right.
you, Namira. Really appreciate.
Cherry B is up, and it is you.
All right. Hi, Cherry Blossom.
Were you trying to get something to work there?
What do you mean?
I
Oh,
saw,
yeah.
yeah, it didn't work, did it?
No, I have to see. There are some things that work, and then there are some things that never work. Do the hearts.
Well, the hearts work. See? These those.
Well, if you won't do them, I'll do them.
I just did. Oh, you mean this heart. Let's see if that works. It's not
You
working.
just don't have the touch. You don't.
Whatever. Obviously, you didn't either, or you would have gotten that to work. Are we going to bicker?
Well, I don't know what that one is. I know the heart one is. I don't know what the other one is for sure. I only have a speculation.
Hey, it's the Three of Wands. Hmm.
See.
Darn you.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
It's a Three of
whatever.
Wands.
The Three of Wands. So I think here Cherry B, this is a week of anticipating something. Are you expecting something to happen or develop? Because if so, it may just be. It's almost as if you're just waiting for the right moment to do something or for something to come towards you. For example, the surfer there waiting for that right wave to come in so that hey, catch the wave.
Anticipation.
I'm going to have to
Hey,
stop saying anticipation because, yeah.
it is about anticipation, but it's about really realizing that there's an opportunity for you and you want to kind of key yourself towards making sure you don't miss it. And this could be stretching yourself in a way, this could be stretching yourself in terms of enterprise or networking or business of some sort. But it's a really good way of you pacing yourself to for what is about to come. Pacing is very important
I
because you
like
don't
that.
want to put too much energy so that you overshoot that opportunity, but you don't put in enough so that you don't quite make the grade there. So watch the signs when you feel something's happening. It probably is, and you should get
Jump
on
on
board,
it.
get
Get
on
on
board.
that surfboard and ride. I like that. Good luck with that. Nice going, Mr. O.
All right.
All right, Preeti is up. Hi, Preeti. And I'm gonna shuffle. Or did I shuffle? No, that was
I'm not so sure.
it's my turn.
I think I did it.
Yes, you did. That's why I said it's my turn. Okay.
You're welcome, Cherry Blossom. Thank you.
You are welcome.
And I'm wearing one of my favorite shirts. Stories are wild creatures. And it's a tie-in from the movie A Monster Calls with Liam Neeson and Sigourney Weaver and others.
Okay, you've got the Seven of Swords upright. And so the Seven of Swords indicates that you should just feel free to lay low this week. You know, subtle maneuvers and things that are more quiet will benefit you more than getting out there. This is, I guess, what I want to say is, you don't have to shout to the world what your intentions are. And as a matter of fact, it's better that you don't. Just keep working on what you want to achieve. And when the time is right, you can reveal it. You don't want to reveal things too soon because, what if you miss the mark or what if something interferes? Just keep quiet until you actually can, achieve what you've wanted. And then, hey, be loud and proud. But for now, silence is golden.
So, Preeti, this card suggests that you may want to, like Banshee says, keep things undercover. There may be a stealth mission for you in store. You may need to move things, either things that are, concepts in your head or actual physical things. Something needs to change or alter and maybe move from one side of the equation to another side. It's really, about how you think about this too, because swords are the mental angle here. So it could be saying you need to spend some serious time thinking about what needs to change in certain ways. And it may be the kind of things that you don't want to draw a lot of attention to it. Some of this is served best by maybe being a little bit under the surface.
Yes, I agree. And, sometimes too much. And sometimes too, I think this card to me kind of indicates silence the noise around you right now. Silence the noise coming from others. Like for example, if people are gossiping or try not to buy into that. And also silence the noise within you, especially if there's negative speak going on. Those little voices within trying to tell you, you can't do this, you shouldn't do that. Who do you think you are? Silence it. Shush. Shush the negative and focus on the positive.
So it's a call also to listen to your instincts.
So good luck with that.
All right, Preeti.
All right. We are on Siama.
Stiyama.
All right. Well, it's going to be a hot, humid one today, but not as hot as humid as it's going to get.
Hi, Karima.
Hi, Garima. Sure, we'll add you to the list. Whoops. Whoops.
All right, Sienna, you have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands shows you kind of standing in a position, feeling like you are ready to deal with the situations you know you can't escape necessarily. You're standing up maybe for what you feel it needs to be done. And right now, at least, you carry a sense of preparedness. You're not going to back down, even though you may find that, this will be a little more difficult.
Well, I think actually this is pretty good. I think you might be tested or challenged this week in some way, but guess what, Siama? You're ready and prepared for it. You will pass that test. There's nobody who's going to be able to get the upper hand on you because you have been here before. You can rely on your knowledge and your experience, maybe even some of the hard knocks that you took in life in order to overcome any challenge or test of your character, or let's say you're trying to pass an exam, etc. You're ready because you're prepared for this. You know what you're dealing with and you know how to handle it. So can't be much better than that.
I'm sorry. I need a
Okay.
bio break.
Okay.
Keep
I
adding people to the list, though.
But that's what we have for you. And he shuffled that, so I guess I'll wait a minute though, just to be sure he doesn't have anything to add there. But I do want to say we've got some shows coming up. We, of course, have our live show tomorrow from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there so that you can get any question, answered. And at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, if you get up that early, we'll be live in the chat, but it's my video presentation, Material Matters. So come and join if you want to know what's going on in the material side of life for your week ahead. I do the astrological signs of the zodiac. I give a little update on what's going on economically in the world or in this country. And we have fun in the chat. I often do take the chat as an idea to maybe say a few more things about the card pulls I did on the show. Uh, so that's about it. I think I'm going to start shuffling the cards, and if he has anything to add for the Nine of Wands for you, Siama, we will let him do so. Oh, hi, Shirley. We will get you on the list, and I'm closing the list after you. Okay. Did you have anything to add for the Nine of Wands?
No, that was all I
Okay.
had.
All right. So Shirley makes 16, and I'm closing the list.
Hi, Shirley.
All right. Let me just re-update the list. And I'm going to type. Everybody on the list will get a card. So don't go anywhere.
Or come back later.
Yeah, right.
It'll be here.
True that. Oops. All right. I'm going to pin it. All right. All right. So we're on fiber. I'm going to pull
Hi,
for fiber. Well,
The world.
you've got the world, fiber. So go out, see the world. No, I think here that something is nearing completion. You're at the end of some cycle or some project, some goal, and you're ready to move on to the next. It looks as though, a portal is opening here. I like that card because it really does look like a portal card. And so what you're finishing up is, leading you towards your next big adventure.
I feel the earth move under
Under
my
my
feet.
feet, I feel the sky tumbling down.
A tumbling down.
Okay, I do like that song.
All right. So you're feeling like Carole King today. You're feeling like your voice will speak truth to power, however you want to look at
It
it.
looks a little like Carol King. What
There
the
you
heck?
go. Hey,
What the heck?
and that's beautiful. But the world says that, you're moving from one portal to another, that, as some things close, other things open up. Plenty of opportunities for you in store. I get the feeling like something momentous maybe will occur too. Like maybe you're going to get a notice about one of your projects really, moving to a final completion stage or some big radiant stage. So I hope that could be true.
Well, you know what? Do take a moment, at least, Fiber. You both, Fiber and Carl, you're very busy people, but take a moment to celebrate your success, you know? Don't let it go unrecognized. We often just let things pass us by. Celebrate. Do something nice for yourself. Have a great dinner out. Toast yourself, whatever the case may
Clap
be.
for the Wolfman. That's an old one.
I'll say.
Who
So,
remembers Wolfman Jack? I know
well,
Fiber and Carl might, but I don't know about others.
anyway,
Oh,
that's
thank you, Zach.
that's
I'm
what we
glad you do because not everyone does.
me. I have my issues, but anyway, all right. Yeah, it's okay. No, I like. Also, I get. I think we all do. We get a lot of inspiration from music. Music can uplift us. Music can also put us, in a mood to feel our feels, and it's really important,
Are
to
you
feel.
putting in a plug for Taro Oki?
I'm really pushing him to do that. I really am.
We
I
want to
don't
do
know
a
why he
tarot
won't.
karaoke show.
But I also want to do a tarot talk, so that's not going to be a tarot okie. But I have a fun game I want to try, thanks to somebody on one of the other social media platforms who gave me this idea. So, well, just threw out that idea and I want to run with it. But anyway, that's what we have for you. That's a great card. A card of completion, a card of celebration, a card of moving forward.
And some folks remember
Carl.
Wolfman Jack, so I'm very happy.
Yes. Carl is up.
All right. Fellow water sign Carl.
All right. Ah, Carl.
Carl, you're the
The
Queen of
brains in the
Swords.
family this week. You're doing a lot of thinking,
Yes.
and strategizing. Maybe you and Fiber strategizing together future plans since she's on to the next.
I
So
like that, Fiber. That would be how we would do it, I think,
we have to sing an appropriate song. Oh,
for the karaoke.
I like that,
Yes.
Fiber, and that's a good way to do it. And of course, we could end by singing the one we come up with. But yeah, inspiring others to come up with one first. I like that.
So, Carl, the Queen of Swords, I'm sort of working with both sides of the equation here. I think it feels like you understand that there's a very important question or decision you have to make in this next week. And a part of it may feel like, you realize you may not be able to please everybody, let alone even yourself. But that's the point, is you really need to please yourself the most. So if this is a situation where you might feel like some amount of compromise is possible, really look into that, because you don't want to give away everything on your side of the perspective. That you should stand up for exactly what you need to in this question or decision. Be magnanimous where you can, but not overly magnanimous.
Right. I mean, I think the Queen of Swords gets a little bit of a bad rap sometimes on this because I feel she's not that harsh. She's more objective and she does want to take into account how her decisions will affect other people. But sometimes tough decisions have to be made. And I think the Queen is really good at communicating with others the necessity of why they have to do what they have to do. And so, Carl, communication is always the key here. And how you communicate, the change or the decision or the move that you want to make will be important in this week ahead. But I think you will be able ultimately to make everybody feel good about it. So good luck with that.
Good luck, Carl.
All right.
And that's going to be you.
And it's Angel Rivera. All right. Let me grab that.
Well, it's like everything. Somewhere in our first year, we had a number of ideas of some one-off shows we could do, and they were really exciting, but we could just never really focus ourselves to do them. And so, whatever those thoughts were, they're gone. I think one was just sort of, having a number of similar decks and kind of going through their differences. We didn't do it.
I'm coming up with an idea for a new show. It'll probably be a video show because it gets too confusing when we do a specific live show. People are always wanting to ask their questions, and so I figured it's better as a video show. But if you caught my oracle cards on Saturday, it was from the Twin Tarot Oracle. It's going to involve that deck. So
That's today's card, today's oracle, right?
Uh, no, it's not.
Well, you said Saturday.
Oh, Friday's card. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Friday's card. Yeah, I
I
apologize.
didn't think it was
No, it
today's.
wasn't today's card. Today's card was Moonology.
Right.
I stand corrected by the omnipotent Mr. O. Keeps me on target.
But I love you, baby.
Okay. Well, working up a sweat here, Mr. Rivera, with the the Ace of Wands. Look at that fire burning inside. Boy,
I just want to stand next to your fire.
you
Let me
must
stand
have
next to your
something
fire.
up here that maybe wants to come out and be manifest. So, whatever ideas you have or whatever you feel an impulse, to get underway. This week might be a good time to do that. And hey, maybe after Mercury goes direct on August 11th, might be a good time to do that. Sure, it's still in its shadow phase, but I really feel the energy shifts enough that people who want to get things started again, get things moving, get things going, it's an okay time to do it.
I wanted to suggest to you that maybe, there might be a burning bush trying to talk to you this week.
Uh-oh.
But it's really probably more about what's burning inside of you. You have a fire to create this week. You have an energy that maybe tells you something can be done at this time that maybe is vital, really helps a number of people or helps enterprise, helps something really come into being. It's really much manifestation. And I feel like no one should tell you no. Like, if you have any resistance to anything here, this is a strong sign saying, no, this is the time for you to make this thing happen, to begin this process.
Well, goodness, is this the start of your new semester? Oh, hi, Paisley. We're sorry you're too late.
Yeah, we've closed our list.
We had to close the list. We apologize. So, we filled up.
Tomorrow, maybe.
Yep. I would say this, Angel. Did you guys start your new semester already? I mean, or is that next week? It just seems as though, there's something new in the offing here. And whether it's work related or whether it's, uh, a personal inspiration for something you want to get off the ground, this is a great week to set things in motion. And be sure, if it really means a lot to you, to follow up and do the work that's needed to make this a reality. Good luck with that. All right.
Ah, okay.
Nice to see you, Paisley.
Yeah, we're sorry we can't take you today. We're actually at the end of our hour, but we still have a number of readings to do.
5. And our
That's
own,
a
of
number.
course. That is a number. I am mostly prepping for fall now. Yep, yep, I kind of figured that.
That's an interesting idea there, Fiber.
G fiber.
I appreciate that, Paisley. We
That
appreciate
is
that
an
very much.
interesting idea. I'll have to, maybe I should copy that and save that,
Thank you, Danny.
what you
Appreciate
said
that
there.
too.
Drat. I can't do it. Oh, for crying out loud.
And this is Sonali.
Uh,
I see it there.
yes, it is Sonali. Did I
Right.
post the list? Good. Okay, leave me alone. I'm trying to do something here. And it's,
All right. Sonali, you have judgment. Something may find you really feeling like you are coming out of yourself to start something new or to embrace something that's vital knowledge or feeling that you feel, something strong that you feel that changes a lot of things for you. I know it's kind of, trivial to call it an epiphany, but it may feel like something really important happened. And thank you. And it's important for you to understand that, but also to rise to the occasion of what this knowledge or awareness brings to you, that maybe something can really happen now that you've been trying to get going, or that maybe it's a truth that explains everything to you and that makes you feel justified for your actions or for the way you feel.
so, I feel here with judgment, there's a couple of things I could say. One is that I think here, it's never too late in life to recreate yourself, to reinvent something in your life, to do something different, to transform your world, your life into something that you really now, a path or a journey that you really now want to take. There's something inside of you that wants to be free now to make some important moves, some important changes, and you should run with it. Never feel it's too late to start something new or to reinvent yourself in some way. Uh, I love this card for that reason. The other thing that I think sometimes with judgment is that maybe this is also saying, if you've been wishing in some way that you could do something all over again, if you had the chance, maybe you're going to have that chance in this
A
week ahead.
rejuvenation of
Yeah,
some sort.
yeah. So maybe that's possible too for you. So, whatever the case may be, this would make you bring a lot of joy back into your life. So, good
All
luck with
right.
that.
All right, Sonali. Thanks for coming.
We have had a lot of majors today, haven't we?
And Namira, thank you once again for your donation. That was very nice of you. Appreciate that.
Yep, we're on the
Um,
mirror right
there
now.
are, for those who are wondering, you're welcome, Sonali. There are two ways to donate. You can donate to us just through our regular PayPal account. Occasionally, that link shows up in the chat room. And then there's also another link that shows up, and it's specifically for the live stream. And so when people use that link, a little dancing cat appears and your name indicating you made a donation. So if you want to see the dancing purple cat, just watch for that link in the
Is there
chat.
a way to tell which is which, though?
The one is Streamlabs, the other one is just PayPal.
And they're going to know that? I
It'll say
just asked.
Streamlabs
Oh,
on the link.
awesome. Okay. Okay, so the link that says Streamlabs brings up the dancing cat. And speaking of dancing cats, Lazy Sunny is laying down here.
And I'll just briefly mention that last Wednesday, Banshee and I began a new session of shadow work. on Goth Tarot. She appears on the first episode of each month, and then the following weeks, I kind of take it from there. But we are exploring the idea of energy sponges. So if that's interesting at all, check out the last Goth Tarot and also watch the future ones coming up.
Well, Namira, you get a major arcana as well. It's the beautiful strength card, which is awesome. Now, this is a time to exert quiet power and exert the power of kindness. Uh, gentle touches are what will get you ahead this week or make a difference in your life. Being kind towards others, being grateful for anything others might do for you, just showing gratitude in general, but also just doing things subtly. There's no need to get loud. There's no need to get pushy. There's no need to push an agenda. Just allow things to flow this week. And you can encourage positive flow by sending out that kind, positive energy to the world.
Well, the lion that's usually depicted in the strength card is kind of like the king of beasts, and the king of beasts can be the king for all. And that's why we see the lamb in the picture. There's a gentleness expressed with the idea that, true kingliness, true mastery doesn't involve cruelty or strong force. It can involve more subtle things like Banshee mentioned too, like the understanding from our hearts is the greatest strength of all. When we understand how other people think or how other people want to relate to us, and how we, in addition, can also extend our compassion, our healing, our cooperation with them. It's
I
all good.
I mean, I'm sure there are other decks, strength cards I like, but this is one of my
Favorite.
favorite representations of strength because it really shows that it is the balance. You have to know when to push and when to be, more empathic, more kind, more conciliatory, more compromising, and and that all of this is governed by the heart. It's the heart that should guide us into how we approach situations and when to use, a stronger approach and when to use a softer approach, all in balance.
And I appreciate what you're saying there, Danny. And I realize that people like you and Jackie and Kara and Victoria and others kind of watch all of the readings because all of us are all together here. And so these cards actually read for all of us too. And so we can all take comfort in the message of strength or the world or the moon or the nine of wands or swords or whatever it is.
Well, and what I really love here is that, for those of you who do tarot on your own, perhaps we give you some other perspectives on ways to look at the cards. It's nice to share, and it's always nice too when people throw their own ideas in the chat because, they're equally as important. And I think here perspectives, having a multitude of perspectives is really important. That's why I've read so much about tarot. That's why I've studied other tarot readers. That's why I get so many decks and look at the books and get these different perspectives. That's why, like, for example, when we used the food deck this week, I had a lot of fun with that and equating the food to the message of the cards. So, it gives you just a an expansive view of the capability of these cards.
I like what you're saying there too, Danny. That's really great. And we feel that way too. And that's a big part of why we do like to collect decks, and like the ones I use for Goth Tarot or the emotional exchanges, they are reflections of those more specific areas of our lives, the shadow sides or the emotional sides, whatever. And so those different images that are drawn from a different interpretation can be helpful in our intuitive process. And I think a lot of you feel the same way about that.
Yeah.
All right, who are we on? Who are we on?
Oh, well, we are, did I not post it? Shoot.
Well, I could just look at the
We're on
previous one.
Zach.
Zach. Hey, Zach. And thank you for waiting.
I had it just sitting there. I thought I had returned. I did not. Hi, Zach. So as a reminder, I know we're into overtime, but we will be doing cards for ourselves, and then we'll end the show with a namaste blessing when we're
So we
done.
hope you all stay for that. If you're staying, appreciate it.
And Sunny has left the room.
Only to return at some point, no doubt. All right. And
Oh,
Zach, you're in the
nice.
winner's circle. You have the Six of Wands. Look at that pretty card. The Six of Wands says this week,
Show
at some point,
me
somebody really is
victory.
recognizing you, Zach. Somebody comes to you or comes to your attention, and you realize they feel you're like a winner. They feel like you're number one in their book. This could be because of something you do or all the things you do. Even if this doesn't exactly imply, there's some reason why you need to feel very positive about what you've done, what you are accomplishing in your life.
Big or small, Zach, big or small, you are likely to score some kind of victory this week. You're going to feel either vindicated, victorious, like you've maybe completed something and it makes you really feel happy and accomplished. And I think here, it's possible that other people either will recognize you for this or feel free to be loud and proud, why not? And maybe people will offer congratulations or even better, maybe support you in your efforts. So it just looks very, very positive. Just know that even if you don't get any external validation, validate yourself because even the small wins are important and we need to recognize those more. We really don't give ourselves enough credit for the little steps we take forward. Those little steps, they add up in time.
All right, Zach.
So good luck with that. That was me, or wasn't that me? No, that was
I
you.
thought it was me.
Okay, it
And
was.
you're on Garima. Hey, Garima.
I am.
And you mentioned you might be stepping out. So when you get back, you'll have a happy hour message.
And okay, I'm just getting ready.
I would like to thank everybody for coming to Happy Hour. We think it's probably one of our most just totally always supported shows because there's no hard truths, only soft, wonderful truths.
Well,
You're all
because
wonderful.
and this is not blissy stuff. Everybody has good things that happen in a week and bad things that happen in a week. I mean, it's rare that we have a perfect week, but we do sometimes too. And this just says that, hey, there's going to be a little bit of sunshine in your week ahead. Recognize that. Although, today these are such rough times, there's a lot of doom and gloom out there. We've got to hang on to the little victories that we have. All right, let's see what I have for Grima. Well, it's a repeat card, another major arcana. It's the moon. The moon is back. Well, so this is a week to trust your gut, Garima. You're often asking about other people and their intentions and stuff like that. Trust what your gut has to say, whether it's about that, whether it's about something else in your life, that may be a little bit confusing or that you want to dive deep and figure out what's going on. Trust what your gut is telling you and go with it. Go with it. Sometimes the moon just indicates to me it's a little bit different from the high priestess here in that I really feel the high priestess asks you to, really open up to that inner wisdom. I think the moon is saying, look for the signs and what you see. So if you're communicating with somebody virtually, read between those lines and, try to figure out what the message is there. Really, is there something, that through what they're saying, is there an underlying feeling you're getting from that? And so if you're seeing people in person, the same thing. What is their body language telling you? What is their words telling you? What are they not saying? And what is that telling you?
That was really fantastic.
Thank
I
you.
liked what you said there. I get the feeling too sometimes with the moon, it's also just really not so much about trusting your gut, but also about getting deep into your emotional feels and letting yourself really feel them. And then taking that time to assess how your gut, your instinct feels about them. And so, Garima, this could also be a time where you really want to feel those emotions and experience them at a level that's very private and unique, but personal, because it will determine where you really are going to pour your own energy, where you're going to let the tide of the moon flow to next, in your life and in your life of experiences.
So, good luck with that.
Good luck, Karima, and we'll see you next time.
Yes, we will. And Shirley, last but not least, it is your
Hi,
turn.
Shirley.
And this is your pull, right? Yep.
I don't remember.
Yes, I did the moon. No, I did.
Alrighty.
Because I said another major arcana.
But you could have said that because you saw me pulling it. Does anybody remember who pulled it and can belie her? I mean, correct her? I mean,
I so want you to correct him, and you will, because I know this.
but I can turn off the mic here.
Because you
I
correct
can turn off the mic, and I will. Okay, I will.
because you corrected me the previous reading before the last one that it was my turn. That's how I know.
Sure. You're welcome, Shirley.
Ah, senior moments, aren't they wonderful?
No. Oh, Shirley. We started with it and we end with it. You have the
Oh,
King of
wow.
Pentacles. That was our first card for the first person.
Yeah.
That was Jackie, who's probably still here.
Right.
So, like the other, the King of Pentacles is saying this next week gives you opportunities, time, strength, or the impetus to want to further control, manage things in your life, especially the material things. So this could be about, your career, your job, your finances, material things in your life. Maybe it's time to remember that you need to book an appointment for, your nails or your teeth or something else. Taking care of yourself is expressed, but there's also a sense of knowledge here in the card too, like maybe what it is you can find out that would also help you in these tasks. I think that's important too.
Well, it's interesting too because Mr. O pulled both of those cards. He pulled the first one and he's pulling the last one here.
I met
And
Paul.
and Shirley, is there going to be some business success this week for you? Maybe, or some financial success? Maybe, or are the books going to balance out this week? Maybe. It just seems to me that there's a little bit more control and order in your business and financial and your material affairs in the week ahead. This could also be about things like getting your house in order. This could also be about getting yourself in order. Sometimes we forget the physicality of the Pentacle cards, that they can talk about health related matters as well. And this just says that really, you're at the top of your game here in all of this. Everything is going to just flow smoothly today or this week, I'm sorry, in your material world. So look forward to a nice week ahead. Maybe a happy surprise if actually, there's a little bump in income this week.
Good
So,
luck,
or
Shirley.
business. So good luck with that. I like it.
Alrighty, so we have arrived at the end of the hour, and that means we pull a card for ourselves, interpret, and then we give a namaste blessing for everyone.
I will pull for Mr. O first.
Alrighty. I'll just remind everybody, Banshee's Material Matters is on at 10 a.m. It's a recorded show, but we are live in the chat room to have lots of fun with you all, discussing things in the reading or sipping our coffee and making jokes, etc. So join us if you can. That's tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. in our chat room.
Thank you, Shirley. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Shirley. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
All right.
You're welcome.
Mr. O.
You gonna let me pick my card? No.
No, I'm not. Well, it's a three. Is it like a three-peat on this one? Or is it, no, it's, did we have it three times? It's the High
Oh,
Priestess.
this is the second time.
It's the second time.
Look at me, everybody. My eyes are closed. No, they're open. No, they're closed. You get it.
Mr. O is sleepwalking again.
Uh-oh.
No. I don't think you've ever sleepwalked.
Not since I was a kid. I
Okay.
sleptwalk a couple times when I was a kid.
Just thinking, I've never seen it. But Mr. O is going to be very, very receptive this week. You know, I was speaking about the veil. Oh, it's interesting I pulled this card for him because I'm feeling it starting to happen for me again with the dreaming that's happening. I even had a dream sometime during the past week that I didn't remember at all, but I know I dreamt something. It's just one of those things. This one, I remembered the dream momentarily and then forgot it. But I think here, Mr. O, that you're going to find the same thing here, that things are starting to open up. Maybe, you know, I don't want to say that there might be some things moving around in the house here, but you are going to pick up on subtle energies and things happening, you know, things below the surface. It's going to be like, it's going to be very apparent to you, you know, where it may not be apparent to me or others. So
It's kind of like when I smell something from the cat litter box and you don't.
I don't know. I think that's
Time to clean.
me, actually, but, you know, I have that acute sense of smell. You. Anyway, I think that, you know, this is a time to rely
Thank you, Zach. We love you too.
on what you feel and what you sense, as well as what you are seeing in the physical realm.
All right.
So good luck with that.
I
And
couldn't make my hearts work.
oh no!
Now what?
Could you take me off camera a minute?
I could.
I had a crash and burn here, and I gotta check. I gotta
It's
get
not
up.
a wardrobe malfunction,
No.
is it?
I want to make sure. Oh, I see. It couldn't go far, but I want to make sure nothing went underneath. There we
Well, take your time and then we will pull your card.
go. Oh, goddess. Okay. My namaste cards fell.
That's
I
not
didn't
good.
notice. All right.
It's fallen and it can't get up.
Okay. I'm going to shuffle. You can
That
change the.
seems like an okay arrangement, Fiber, as long as, you know, there's a little flexibility. I like the way you put that,
Oh,
though.
I wish I could do that.
Right, we have them on a special feeding situation, so
It's not about the feeding situation.
what is the timing?
It's also about the cat litter situation, what goes out. And so I wish, yeah, I could relegate it all to him, but no, we share the load, so to speak, of feedings and of the litter
Too much
changing.
information.
He does morning patrol, I do evening patrol, at feedings and pooping and that stuff, and
Ew.
we both kind of do things in between as necessary.
Ew. All right, here's your card then. Keeping that in mind, your litter boxes run full with love. No, they're not litter boxes.
Oh, well, thank goodness we don't have two litter boxes.
But yes, you know, we were speaking about what we do together. We are partners. We shovel the stuff together. We shovel it out together.
Am I feeling the love, Mr. O?
You have a sense of harmony and trust in all things, certainly your relationships, but all things that are available to be partnered with you. And because, your sense of perspective is so large, that's like nearly everything.
So we've been talking about things to do together, and unfortunately, there's sort of things that I've always wanted to do, but he's acquiescing to one of them. I didn't want to go to my high school reunion, but I'm being pushed by an old friend of mine to show up there, and he's sort of willing to go with me there, so that's really nice.
I don't.
And that's going to be the second week of October. But in November, for our anniversary celebration, he agreed to take a weekend.
It's actually my suggestion.
It was his suggestion, which shocked me, to go to a casino that I've always wanted to check out, sort of in the Battle Creek area. I think it is in Battle Creek.
I'm not a casino
Called
person.
Firekeepers Casino, and to go to a show there. But I kept looking for shows to come up around our anniversary, and I couldn't find any until today. And I saw today that the psychic, the psychic of the stars, Teresa Caputo, is doing a show the weekend before our anniversary. So we may just go to that. I mean, I'm not a super fan of her, but I just thought that was really kind of cool and interesting timing. So instead
The
of
woman has a really strange hairdo. I'm not sure if it's
Well,
real.
so it's kind of interesting and funny that you got the Two of Cups there because we've been talking about the togetherness stuff. All right, let's do this namaste blessing and close her down.
I can't seem to get my hearts to work. What's wrong with them?
Well, maybe I should try now and see if I can get mine to work.
Thank you, Shirley.
You always do it by your mouth and it seems to work, and nothing's working.
I don't know what's
What
going
the hey? All right, Mr. O.
Yeah, really.
It's Mercury
Really?
retrograde, darn it.
Oh, I don't think we've ever had this one before.
Really?
I don't think we
Oh, it
have.
looks familiar, but it might have been a long time ago. Let's see what we've got here. All right. A sea of blessings. The universe is a projection from within you, and you are a projection of the universe. You are vast space, and yet you are spaceless. You are a divine ocean of love, a sea of blessings. You are the wind of change that flows through life. Wow, I'm not even sure what to say about that one, other than, feel a part of it all because you are a part of it all, right? We are all a part of it all. So we are a part of each other, and that's just beautiful. Anything
No
to,
hearts.
anything to add since
No, I think that's good enough.
well, I just want to thank everybody there. I'll throw those hearts out there.
Thank you.
Everybody for coming today and getting a happy message. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. So do come back. Don't be a stranger. Have a great and happy week ahead, and we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye for now.